So, Rachel, this has been an unbelievable year in the world of vaginas and business, wouldn't you say?
I love that. Yeah. And there's not many places that you get people saying that. So we started working on this at the end of last year. The vaccine wasn't available. We were still pretty much in lockdown. And we thought, wouldn't it be great to educate ourselves and educate other people about this very intersection, about what you're seeing in your office, unmet needs, unanswered questions, and the businesses that we see and that I work with that are creating solutions. And we're just at the tip of the iceberg. We've done, can you believe it? Almost 36 episodes with many, many more plans, and just a lot of excitement and enthusiasm in the response and the hunger for the information.
Absolutely. And I would love to look at this pandemic glass a little bit half full right now, because I'm not sure we would have been able to bring all of this together if we didn't have the time afforded to us and the thought that this would be super important, especially when people are really cooking their entrepreneurial spirits.
And I think that's so important because for me, I've traveled constantly my entire business career. And when I'm grounded, that did give me some more time to do this. And, when you came up with the idea, the timing just felt right. I had just finished over 100 interviews with people in the space, trying to understand how they were surviving or thriving during the pandemic. And when we say the pandemic, I'm not making any judgments about whether it's over or what happens next. And, I wish I had a crystal ball. But it's so exciting. And one of the things that we've heard from listeners over and over again is how you break down these very complex medical problems and situations and help people get their hands around them so they could understand what the problem is, what the technical solution might be. And the thing we hear over and over again is, how do I get on Alyssa Dweck's patient list?
Well, as I was catching my breath in between telehealth patients, because the availability in my office was quite limited because of the pandemic, I really thought this would be a fascinating idea to really introduce everyone and anyone to these brilliant people who are coming up with ideas to solve unmet needs in women's health. I can't wait until we can do an episode where we really discuss updates from all of the amazing entrepreneurs we've been speaking to along the way.
I love that. In the interest of the end of the year and New Year's Eve resolutions, Alyssa and I have given this a lot of thought, and we wanted to share some of our top learnings from co-hosting Business of the V together over the last 7 or 8 months. The first thing is there is an abundance of creativity, technology, innovation, and true concern about women's health that we have never seen before. They're not new problems. We're not a new species, but the systems at work, it's almost like a perfect storm where we have funding, we have academic research, we have entrepreneurs all coming together and saying, we need to find solutions or better solutions.
And you know what I'm seeing from the front lines of practice? I am seeing women, young, not so young, who are actually willing to talk about the issues that they're trying to manage without feeling ashamed or like it's a taboo subject. And I think putting these two things together is literally resulting in innovation.
Absolutely. And one of the most important things that we've talked about and that I've always thought about in the space is, if you can't even have the conversation, if you don't have a vocabulary, if you don't have the comfort level to bring it up in your gynecologist's office, think about how hard it is to do it everywhere else. So kudos to these companies who are providing some of the much needed education and vocabulary and confidence to really address these problems, either through your own research or hand in hand with your medical professional.
Well, the other thing that I've noticed through these interviews is that most of these entrepreneurs are bringing some sort of a personal experience, and that is what drives their passion and mission. Others have literally climbed mountains to overcome obstacles and still get their mission accomplished.
And there is no path. If you listen to the entrepreneurs and the guests we have, you can go from Microsoft to menopause. You can go from venture capital to endometriosis. You could go from corporate to sex toys. I mean, the sky's the limit. And we just want to be holding on to this rocket ship as it continues to soar.
And I'm just thrilled that we can all say the word vagina without cringing and crawling under our table. Happy New Year, Rachel.
Happy New Year to many more productive, fun episodes and lots of health for everybody.